So we are starting with the remainders and then we'll move to the unit Z. There's a formula that I have given you and I have given you Devanagari Hindi language. जो डिविडेंड के साथ होता है वही रिमाइंडर के साथ होता है. Whatever I do with dividend, the same thing needs to be done with the remainder. This is what mantra you need to learn. So whatever operation we are doing with dividend, the same thing needs to be done with remainders. Fine. I believe it is clear. So here I go. Say that there is a number n divided by 9. Fine. Let's take the number, label it number. 12 divided by 9. What is the remainder? You'll say 3. Why? 12 divided by 9. Just showcasing. The remainder comes out of it. Now when 13 divided by 9, what is the remainder? You will say it is 1 more. So the remainder will be also 1 more. 4 is the remainder. If you add them, you will say 25 when divided by 9, the remainder will be also 3 plus 4 is 7. Check it. 9 2s are 18, remainder is 7. Let's divide earlier value from this lower value. I can say 13 minus 12 divided by 9, remainder will be 4 minus 3. The same thing needs to be done with remainder. I'll say 1 divided by 9, remainder is 1. Yes, that is also. Let's multiply both the value. 12 into 13 when divided by 9, the remainder needs to also multiply. So I'll say this is 12, but 12 is more than 9 and my remainder cannot be more than 9. So I'll divide by 9, I'll say the remainder is 3. Let's talk about 156. I want to divide by 9. 9 ones are 9. 9 sevens are 63. Remainder comes out to be 3. So your answer matches that the remainder is 3. Is that fine, everyone present there? So whatever operation we are going to do with the dividend, the same thing needs to be done with remainder. This is a very important law. Fine. Take a screenshot of this. Let me ask you, 12 divided by 9, what is the remainder? Can I say remainder is 3? If I square 12, the remainder will be also square. 3 square is 9. 9 divided by 9, remainder is 0. Can I say 144 when divided by 9, remainder comes out to be 0? Yes, 16 9s are 144. So when divided by 9, quotient comes out to be 16 and your remainder comes out to be 0. I'll say yes, it is coming out to be correct. So whatever operation we are doing with dividend, the same operation needs to be done with remainder. This is the basic property of remainder. Fine. Then I want to give you one formula as well, which is known as the Fermat's theorem. What is it? It's Fermat's theorem. N to the power of p minus 1 when divided by p, remainder is 1. N to the power of p minus 1 when divided by p, remainder is 1, where p belongs to a prime number and n belongs to a natural number. Fine. So if you are dividing a number by 5, can I say any natural number to the power of 4 divided by 5, remainder is 1. Let's talk about 2 to the power 4 is 16 divided by 5, remainder is 1. Let's talk about 3 to the power 4 is 81. If you don't mind, 81. 16 5s are 80, remainder comes out of 1. Is that fine? But don't, n belongs to a natural number, not multiple of p. You need to also write it not multiple of p. Why? Because if you say 5 to the power of 4 divided by 5, what is the remainder? Of course, remainder comes out to be 0 because it is a multiple of 5. So n is a natural number, but it is not a multiple of 5. The moment it is a multiple of 5, remainder comes out to be 0. I know all of you are sensible enough to understand this, but in case if you feel that why it is not applicable for 5 or 10 or 15, reason they are multiple of 5, any number which is multiple of 5 when divided by 5 leaves a remainder of 0. I believe it is clear. Fine. So this is the basic property that you need to remember. Now here is the question. 3 to the power of 170. So 3 to the power of 6 when divided by 7, remainder is 1. This is known as because of Fermat's theorem. Why? 7 is a prime number. Any natural number to the power of 6 divided by 7, remainder is 1. With a constraint that n should not be multiple of 7, because if it is the multiple of 7, it leaves a remainder of 0. Fine. So I can see 171 is a number. How close is it multiple of 6? So I'll say 6 2s are 12. 6 8s are 48 and remainder is 3. So 3 to the power of 6 to the power of 28 divided by 7, remainder is 1 to the power of 28, which is 1. That is 3 to the power of 168 when divided by 7, remainder is 1. Shreya ji, is it clear till this point? Anubhi, getting 3 to the power of 168 divided by 7, remainder is 1, but it is not 168, it is 171. That is 3 cube needs to be also divided by 7, which is 27 divided by 7, remainder is coming out to be 6. My dear, whatever I do with the dividend, the same thing needs to be done with remainder. 3 to the power of 168 into 3 to the power of 3 divided by 7, remainder is 1 6 is 6. So that is 3 to the power of 171 when divided by 7, the remainder comes out to be 6. My answer is 6. Is it fine now? Clear everyone there? Jobin, Anubhi, here is a question for you now. There are 3 numbers multiplying. You need to find out the remainder when these numbers are divisible by say 13. What is the remainder? The similar type of question has been asked in CAT. I don't exactly remember what is the divisor, but I think the dividends were quite alike. Come on, try it now. That I need to divide by 13. 13 ones are 30. 13 nines are 117. Remainder comes out to be 6. So this leaves a remainder of 6. This is 2 more. Remainder will be. This is 2 more. Remainder will be 10. So can I say 6 8s are 48 into 10 divided by 13? Can I say 13 4s are 52? This is minus 4 remainder. Let me tell you, 13 4s are 52, remainder is minus 4. And 10 divided by 13, I can remainder as a minus 3. Why? I know 2 negative values multiply, that gives you a positive. So plus 12 divided by 13, remainder is 12. The answer will be 12. 3 of you got it correct. Say, some of you will say, why you are writing negative remainder? Why don't you simply multiply them? Yeah, I can do that. 480 divided by 13 3s are 39. 90. 13 7s are 91. 13 6s are 78. Remainder is 12. I'll say, yes, it is correct. You can check it out. Thirteen to the power of 4 times. Divided by 7, what is the remainder? Very simple question. And anyhow, I don't think it will be going to take more than 2 minutes. That is maximum. Though the question is worth only 15 seconds, but let's consider it to be 2 minutes. So you can start solving now. You can check it out on your timer, on your mobile, on your watch. How much time should it requires? 7 to the 14, remainder is minus 1. I know 13 divided by 7, remainder is minus 1. Rather than writing it 6, it's better to write it as a minus 1. Whatever I do with the dividend, I need to do the same thing with the remainder. Minus 1 to the power of an odd number is minus 1. So I know the remainder is minus 1. But we don't know about the negative remainder. So what should I do? I'll add a divisor to it. I'll add divisor to it. So can I say remainder comes out to be 6? That's your answer. Anyhow, I don't think it takes more than 15 to 20 seconds to answer this question. You need to ask yourself the question, why you did not think like this. Fine. So Let's talk also by one more way. 7 1 is 7, remainder is 6. I'll square it. 3 square is 36 divided by 7, remainder is 1. As I told you, this is such a beautiful number. Whenever you're getting a remainder of 1, 1 to the power of anything is 1. So can I say 13 to the power of 1110? I can break up it as a 13 square. I'll divide it by 2. That gives you 550. Remainder is 1 to the power of 550. Answer is 1. So 13 to the power of 1110 when divided by 7, remainder is 1. I want to further multiply it by 13. I should also multiply it by 13. 13 to the power of 4 times 1 when divided by 7. The remainder is 13 divided further by 7, remainder is 6. This is even the way you can get your answer. But here, the important part to understand is why did I write remainder minus 1? Because any one of you can understand minus 1 to the power of even number is plus 1. And minus 1 to the power of an odd number gives you minus 1. Please ask if there is any of your doubt. Any one of you. Next part of it. Divided by 11, what is the remainder? I want to remind you 36 to the power of 10 divided by 11, remainder is 1. So I want to divide the power 37 to the power of 38 by 10. So I'll say 37 divided by 10. What is the remainder? Can I say 7? I square it. Remainder is 7 square, which is 49. I can say remainder is minus 1. I want this number to be 38. I know 37 ka square to the power of 19 when divided by 10. Remainder is minus 1 to the power of 19, which is not. Why? Because it is minus 1. Adding divisor to it, remainder comes out of the 9. So can I say this 36 to the power 37 to the power 38 can be written as a 36 to the power of 10k plus 9. When divided by 11, what is the remainder? I know 36 to the power of 10 when divided by 11, remainder is 1. If you raise the power of this to be k, remainder is still 1. 36 to the power of 9 is the value that only I wanted to find out. When you multiply them, the remainder should also multiply. So if I talk about 36 divided by 11, remainder is 3. 36 square divided by 11, remainder is 3 square, which is 5. 36 to the power of 3 is 27. 27, 11 2s are 22, remainder is 5. 36 to the power of 6 when divided 5 square is 25 divided by 11, remainder is 3. So can I say 36 to the power of 9 will be the product of these two values, which is coming out to be 5 3 is the 15 divided by 11, remainder comes out to be 4. So I will say the remainder of this comes out to be 4 here. So your answer is 1 into 4 is 4 itself. I believe it is clear to all of you now. Vidhi, Ritika, Steffi, Shubham. Let's take one number. What is the remainder? Come on, be fast. Hardly 30 seconds. 2 when divided by 6, 6 2s are 12. 6 2s are 12. Remainder is 0. You can also see 1 plus 3 plus 2 is 6. 6 is divisible by 3, of course. And it is an even number. Even number will be divisible by 2. So I know a number which is divisible by 3 and 2 is actually divisible by 6. So once you know the remainder 132 divided by 6, remainder is 0. Whatever is the part that you are going to raise, the remainder will become 0. Fine. Clear, everyone. Take one more number. What is the remainder when you are dividing it by 15? Of course, you cannot apply Fermat's theorem here. Fifteen twos are 13. 15 fives are 75. Remainder is minus 4. 371 divided by 15. I can write remainder as 11 or minus 4. Let's write both of them. I square it. Minus 4 square is 16 when divided by 15, remainder is 1. Or 11 square is 121, which when divided by 15, 15 8s are 120, remainder is 1. Whatever you do, you get 371 square divided by 15, remainder is 1. Such a beautiful number. If you want to multiply both of these values, I'll say you will get 371 to the power of 3 divided by 15, remainder comes out to be what? Again minus 4 or 11. So 371 to the power of 4, the remainder, when you divide by 15, remainder is 1. So I will say 371 whenever the power is even divided by 15, remainder comes out to be 1. Whenever the power is odd number, when divided by 15, remainder comes out to be what? Remainder is minus 4 or 11. So I know the power is coming out to be an odd number, my dear. 4391 is coming out to be an odd number. So my remainder will come out to be 11 or minus 4. I believe it is clear to all of you now. Good, Ritika ji, you got it correct. Very nice. What is the remainder? Fine. Just check out it. I'm sure all of you know the Fermat's theorem, n to the power of 16 divided by 17, remainder is 1. Let's divide 734 by 17. 17 fours are 68. Fine. So 17 threes are 51. Remainder is 3. So I know 734 divided by 17, remainder is 3. I know 734 to the power of 16 divided by 17, remainder is 1 by using Fermat's theorem. No, Tanya, it is not divisible by 17, so remainder cannot be 0. Do you agree 734, if it is not divisible because the remainder was coming out to be 3, to the power of 16 divided by 17, remainder is 1. So what I'll do is I'll divide the power by 16. I want to find out what is the remainder when you divide the power by 16. 16 threes are 48. 16 six are 96. 16 nines are 144. The remainder is 12. So what I can say is n to the power of 16 to the power of 369. When divided by 17, remainder is 1 to the power of 369, remainder is 1. Now there's a remainder of 12. So n to the power of 12 divided by 17, this is the remainder I want to find. You already know 734 is n divided by 17, remainder is 3. I'll square it. 3 square is 9. I'll cube it. So it is multiplication of these two values will be giving you the product. 9 threes are 27 divided by 17, remainder comes out to be 10. So what I'll do is 734 to the power of 6 divided by 17. It is 10 square, which is 100. 17 fives are 85, or 17 six are 102. Remainder is minus 2. 734 to the power of 12 when divided by 17. Can I say remainder is minus 2 square? What is that? That is plus 2. Let me repeat it. It's a direct question. 734 when divided by 17, it is not divisible. The remainder comes out to be 3. So remainder cannot be 0. The people who are saying remainder is 0, no, it is not divisible by 17. And you can check it out. 17 threes are 51. Remainder comes out to be 3 there. Now I know by Fermat's theorem 734 to the power of 16. 734 to the power of 16 when divided by 17 remainder is 1 by Fermat's rule. It is applicable everywhere. Now I want to check such a high power of 5916 I divided by 16. So I know 734 to the power of 16 divided by 17 remainder is 1. I'll raise the power of this is 369, which gives you the power to be 12 less. So that comes out to be 5904 when divided by 17 remainder is 1. Because the number is divisible by 16. That is the reason, because the number is divisible by 16 here. So I want 734 to the power of 12 more. I want to find out what is the remainder of it. Of course, 734 divided by 17 remainder is 3. I square it, remainder will also be squared. I cube it by multiplying these two values. 9 3s are 27 divided by 17 remainder is 10. I'll raise the power 6. 10 square is 100. 17 7s are 17. 5s are 85. 17 6 are 102. So remainder can be written as a minus 2 because it is 100 only. So squaring it, minus 2 square is coming out to be 4. My answer comes out to be 4 there. Is that fine now, everyone? Tanya ji, Shubham, Steffi,